Here's Charles, Kev.
Yeah.
What's up? Some people just don't want to be helped.
No, I'm sorry. I'm trying to help you.
Will you
Ruth, this is not the way. Please,
I won't listen to you.
Good, come on.
Please, just please, will you just
Ruth,
with me?
we have to talk
Please
about
leave
this.
me alone. I just want you to get out of bed so I can do...
What's going on?
Adamson, Dr. Adamson, I'm Mrs. Gale's GP, and we really have to talk about this.
About time.
Ruth,
Come in.
please! Let's talk, can we?
I am not going to stand by and watch my mother kill herself, Dr. Adamson, and that's final.
Nobody's asking you to do that. No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, let's not be heavy-handed about it. We're trying to contact the duty psychiatric social worker at St. Hugh's.
I'm not mad.
We're not saying that.
And I'm not a danger to anyone else. So you've no right to force me out of my own home.
Nobody's going to force you out of your home. We'd all much rather you chose to go. But look, it's because you're a danger to yourself. Now, that's why we're concerned.
Oh, this is just wasting time. She's taken an overdose, please. Can we just get her to hospital?
Right.
I'm warning you, young man. Lay a finger on me, and I'll have you charged with assault.
Yes, officer. Perhaps we could have a word then. Now,
Surely, the quicker we get this woman to the hospital, the more chance she has of surviving.
of course, but we can't treat her without her permission. Unless, of course, she's incapable of giving it, by being either unconscious or...
Mad?
not completely compos mentis, let's say.
Surely the first step is to get her there. Then they can argue the toss about treatment.
If you think it's acceptable to manhandle her, yes. And she'll be within her rights to make a complaint against you.
Then what do you suggest we do?
Leave her to get on with it.
If the social worker decides that she can be sectioned for her own safety, and clearly she's... Well, then we can act, but until then...
We wait.
We can't. The woman's dying.
You want to drag her out of her own home? Put your career in the balance? I suggest you discuss this with a senior officer.
I don't know. Sounds like a bit of a handful, Bob.
Good one for Mr. Munro, that way.
Yeah.
What is Bob?
Mrs. Gale, sir. Tony and Steve were called to her house by her daughter. She'd gone in there to check that the old girl was all right. Discovered that she'd taken an overdose.
Why did she call the police?
Because Mrs. Gale refuses to go to the hospital.
Ah. Has anyone contacted the GP?
He's already there, but she refuses to budge.
I don't suppose she'll lose consciousness soon.
Not according to the doctor, given the tablets that she's taken.
I take it this is a potentially fatal overdose, not just a bit extra.
A determined effort, according to the doctor.
Then I better get over there right away. Is the psychiatric social worker around?
Oh, temporarily unobtainable, so I've been told.
Helpful. Right, leave it with me, Bob. Oh, see if you can get hold of the social worker, will you?
Right, sir.
Excuse me, mate. I don't suppose you know whether or not we're likely to be used in the near future. Only things are hotting up and control want us back on the road.
I've only just arrived. Give me a minute to assess the situation, then I'll let you know. The doctor inside, is he, Tony?
Yes, sir.
Steve.
Should think we'll still be here talking about what to do a week next Saturday.
Keep trying, please. Thank you. It shouldn't be long now.
But this is ridiculous. My mother is dying. Please, can we just get her into the ambulance?
Inspector Monroe, Sun Hill. Perhaps you could fill me in on the situation, Dr.
Adamson, yes, Patrick Adamson. This is tricky.
You make it sound like a dose of measles or something, not a matter of life or death.
It's your mother's choice, Ruth. We have to respect that.
Suicide's illegal, isn't it?
Not anymore.
Terrific.
I understand how you must feel.
Then will you get my mother to hospital?
I'm afraid no one can do that until your
Look,
mother...
you're a senior officer, right? What was the point of coming here if you can't do anything?
I sympathise, believe me. But from what I've heard, your mother is not senile. She's very much got her wits about her, and we have to ask ourselves what right we have to interfere with a decision that she has made quite rationally.
Quite rationally? It's suicide. I think it's you that's flipped.
Mrs. Gale isn't likely to go into a coma soon.
No. In fact, she probably wouldn't even have been dead tomorrow when I'd have arrived for my visit, although it'd be too late to do anything. The tablets she's taken, painkillers, non-steroidals, mean a long, slow death. Unpleasant.
And there's no treatment you can do here at home?
No, even if I had the equipment, it's too late now for a stomach washout.
And if she goes to hospital, will they be able to do anything there?
Yes, if she lets them treat her.
But the longer it is before treatment starts, the more damage will have been done.
Yes, yes. Look, Inspector, I have to be honest. I have a great deal of sympathy for Mrs. Gale.
I'm sure we all do, Dr. Adamson, but that doesn't change anything here. We clearly have to do all that we can to save her, with or without her approval.
No, I understand that perfectly well, but if she's already out on the call, there must be someone else I can talk to. I cannot believe that a whole department is at a meeting that's going to last all morning. You're right with you, sir. Yes, I would. I'd appreciate that very much. Thank you. Sorry about that, sir. Trying to get hold of the duty psychiatric social worker. What can I do for you?
Just last month's cancelled rest day figures, please, Bob.
Oh, right.
I can remember when we didn't have to pussyfoot around with long-winded phrases like duty psychiatric social worker. What a mouthful. What does it mean?
Not a lot, sir. Particularly if you can't find them.
Meetings probably to decide what they're going to call themselves next.
Nah, it can't be. It's only going to last all morning.
Look, Bob, why don't you give me the details? I can't think of a better way than spending the morning trying to galvanise some social workers into action.
Right, sir. Thank you very much.
Right.
This isn't some whim, you know. I've given it a lot of thought.
I'm sure you have, Mrs. Gale. But have you thought it through completely?
I think so.
And nobody's put any pressure on you, tried to persuade you this is a good idea, helped you in any way?
No. It's all my own work.
Sierra Oscar 1 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Excuse me, please. Yes, Bob?
We've managed to get a hold of the social worker, sir, but the psychiatrist is busy.
Mr. Cato's gone over there to see if he can speed things up.
Having difficulty calling out the cavalry.
Hang on a minute, Bob. Excuse me, please. Go ahead, Bob.
Mr. Cato had another idea, sir.
He suggested you try and get Mrs. Gale outside of the house, and then you can take her to a place of safety of your choice.
The hospital.
And how does Mr. Cato suggest...
I tempt her outside.
He didn't say, sir, but he thought you wouldn't find that too hard.
He obviously hasn't met Mrs. Gale.
How much longer are we going to hang around here?
Till the social worker's been. We'll have to help the old girl into the ambulance.
They're not going to section her, though. She seemed pretty sane to me.
Anyone who tries to commit suicide is a danger to themselves and can therefore be sectioned.
So, in other words, you have to be insane to decide to kill yourself. But if you're insane, then you're not capable of making that decision, are you?
Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Sounds pretty catch-22, if you ask me.
Well, I didn't, so shut it. Any joy, sir?
No. You've no ideas about how we can persuade Mrs. Gale outside?
Outside?
Fire, sir.
It's called arson, Steve.
I didn't mean a real...
Oh,
She's nobody's fool, is she, sir?
no. Unfortunately.
Even if we do get her to hospital, nobody can force her to have treatment, can they?
No, but in Dr. Adamson's experience, most people capitulate once they get there.
I want to speak to the duty psychiatric social worker. Now.
Right, my girl. We're going to have a very serious talk.
Why? Nothing's changed, has it? You aren't going to tell me you found a cure for me, are you?
No.
Well, then please go away. Let me die in peace.
Mrs. Gale.
Look, Mum, I don't know what made me pop round this morning like that, but maybe it was an act of God or something.
God had nothing to do with it, Ruth. I didn't want a fuss.
But why have you done this? When you're doing so well now?
Because I can do it now. And in 6 months' time, I won't be able to.
What do you mean you won't be able to? Doctor?
I think it's time to tell her, Dr. Adams. I didn't want you to know. But now you have to.
It's very difficult to make an accurate prognosis in cases like this.
Don't fudge it, Doctor. Tell her.
Your mother's suffering from a very rare kind of spinal tumour. Secondary tumours in the brain. She'll slowly deteriorate physically and mentally over the next few months. There's very little we can do except try and control the pain.
I believe you. She's fine, aren't you, Mum?
No. He's telling you the truth. I don't want to crumble away. I want you to remember me as I am now. I want to die in my own bed. With as much dignity as I can manage. So I'll thank you all to go away and leave me and Ruth alone. Need to say goodbye to my daughter.
Chief Inspector Cato?
Yes?
Sorry to have kept you waiting. It's going to be one of those mornings. Please do come into the office. Do sit down, Chief Inspector, and tell me how I can help you.
I need you to attend urgently at the house of an old lady. She's taken an overdose and refuses to go to hospital. She has to be sectioned.
I see. I take it we're talking about Mrs. Gale?
Yes.
The problem is, Chief Inspector, as I've told her GP, she isn't a psychiatric case. In fact, she seems positively sane.
She's taken an overdose.
Whilst that does technically mean she could be sectioned, we need to look at the broader aspects of a person's rights. I need to get the advice of both my head of department and the consultant psychiatrist. If they think there's a case for sectioning Mrs. Gale, then we'll come.
And I suppose they're both too busy to speak to me. Doing something important, are they? Like discussing parking spaces.
How did you find out about the overdose?
She'd hidden the empty bottles in the bed when she heard me coming up the stairs. I was surprised to find her still in bed, and when I sat on it to chat to her, all these empty bottles just fell out. It'd be funny, really, if it wasn't so sad. Sorry.
It's okay. I genuinely believe that she thinks she's doing what's best for you both. Has it occurred to you that she might be right?
I'm just not ready for this.
All this could be dealt with if you people would just use a little bit of common sense.
That's all I'm saying to you. Please, Chief Inspector Cato, you can't go in there.
I need a woman sectioned, and I need it doing now. So let's get it done, shall we?
I'm terribly sorry.
So now you can sleep.
The way I see it, either she dies or she doesn't. Me getting worked up about it's not going to help anyone.
I'm not getting worked up about it. Perhaps it's just that I care.
Oh, come on, Tony, don't get on your moral high horse with me. What's so caring about dragging off some old dear, holding her down and forcibly pumping out her stomach?
It might just save her life.
So the end justifies the means?
Yes. In this case.
I disagree.
You would. Gonna find out what's happening.
She's looking pale. Sure she's in pain. Bit concerned she might be having a GI bleed. The anti-inflammatory drugs she's taken are a gastric irritant, cause her stomach lining to bleed.
So what will happen?
That's severe enough she could go into shock.
Could it kill her?
Oh, it's bad enough, yes.
all right if I make Mum a cup of tea?
I'd rather you didn't. It could accelerate the rate of absorption of the drugs, make her worse.
Can I have a word, sir?
Of course.
Can't just stand around like this waiting for her to die, sir.
We're doing all we can legally, Tony. I know it's hard, but we've no choice here.
It just seems so cold-blooded. Just talking about it like this and doing nothing.
At least he's trying. Why don't you have a go at persuading her?
No, Tony, I'll go. This sort of delicate situation requires subtle handling. I don't want you getting carried away and taking the matter into your own hands. Literally. Mrs. Gale? Are you all right?
That's a stupid question.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be. I'm the one who should be sorry. Causing you so much trouble.
Well, I'm not worried about that. Or you. I know you can look after yourself, Mrs. Gale. But what about Ruth? She blames herself for this, you know.
We were just talking about that. I can't believe she's felt responsible all these years for Jack leaving home. I threw him out, you know. He'd been having an affair. I thought I was protecting Ruth by not telling her. Shows how wrong you can be.
What if there's other things she needs to sort out with you? She can't do that once you're dead.
I've been thinking about that. I don't think there is.
You might be wrong. She still needs you. She does.
What about my needs? Just this once. I'm doing something for me. Is that so very selfish?
There'll be complaints about this, Chief Inspector. That was almost intimidation.
Your constant prevarication has left me with little choice in the matter, Mrs. Hill. I've had 3 men tied up at that house all morning. It's a criminal waste of resources that you could have saved.
There's also the GP and the ambulance there, but it wasn't prevarication on my part. We had to consider the full implications of everything.
Not to the extent
do.
that you totally freeze up and do nothing at all because you're too frightened of making a mistake.
Sometimes doing nothing is the right thing to do.
Oh, I can't stand this waiting. I almost wish she'd get it over with.
It's all right, Ruth. That's natural.
What you gonna do? Make a grab for me and see if you can rush me outside before anyone notices.
That's an idea.
Well, it wouldn't work.
This isn't the way you wanted it to be, is it?
No, I wanted a quiet and dignified end. All these hysterical busybodies steaming in and out of my bedroom weren't part of the original plan.
Why not give up?
Because I don't give up on anything. Certainly not because of a few little problems.
Is that how you see your daughter? A little problem?
No. I see her as a big problem. Why don't you sit down? You're much too heavily set to enjoy standing.
You're always this rude.
I'm not rude. I'm blunt. There's a difference. Now, let's see if you can come up with any halfway decent reasons why I should carry on living.
Thank you for letting me know. Psychiatrist, social worker, both on their way. I don't know what happened to make them change their mind. Won't be much longer now.
What happens once they've sectioned Mum?
Now she'll be taken out into the ambulance.
Kicking and screaming?
Yes, I'm sure she will.
It's just that, as you said, it may be too late now anyhow, and to force her into the ambulance and then to be treated when she's dying anyway. Oh, I don't know what I want anymore. I'm so confused.
Is it too late to stop?
I'll talk to the psychiatrist. It's his decision now.
So, You don't believe it's morally wrong to kill yourself. You don't believe you're frightened. You don't believe that God wants you to live. You won't stop for yourself or for your daughter. How about the rest of us?
How would it help you if I lived?
Well, you let us all feel like heroes for the day. You know, because you let us save your life. But if you go ahead and do this, we'll feel like we failed.
Very inventive. You don't give up either, do you?
It's not invention. It's the truth. If you die now, I know that I'll feel like a failure. I've put a lot of effort into trying to save you.
But I don't want to be saved.
It doesn't make any difference. I still feel like a failure. And I bet Inspector Munro, Dr. Adamson, and the ambulance crew, they all feel the same. And what about Ruth? She'll never stop feeling like a failure because her own mother doesn't want to see her anymore. Is that what you want?
Of course not. I didn't think she'd ever know. Any other damage is done now. I don't think I'll make it any worse by finishing myself off, do you?
Yes, you will. Because she tried to stop you. We all did. Look, if the next time she arrives to find you dead, well, there's nothing she nor anyone else could do about it. But today she found you in time. You've got to let her save you. Come on, Mrs. Gale. What do you say? This is turned into a farce, an undignified mess. No way for a lady like you to go. You wanted to go peacefully and alone. Well, that's not going to happen today. And I'm going to stay here and I'm going to keep on talking non-stop if necessary. So you might as well give up now.
You're very determined, aren't you? Perhaps you're right. Hand me that dressing gown.
Sir? They're still trying, I think, sir.
Right. Bye, Mrs. Hell.
Yes, Mr. Cato.
Where are you going?
Fetch the ambulance crew.
If I'm going, it'll be under my own steam. Well, lend me a hand. Oh.
What?
Even if we do get her to hospital, I can't guarantee they'll force treatment.
Yes, well, I'm sure she'll see reason once she's been sectioned. I can't
Mrs. Gale!
Mom! Come on.
Maybe I'm more subtle than you thought, sir.
Indeed.
So where's this ambulance then?